Starting off your journey in ranked can be very difficult and frustrating, especially if you don't know what you're going into and how to properly prepare for it. This can lead to you getting hard stuck in lower ranks like copper and bronze. Once getting hard stuck, it feels like it's impossible to get out of where you're at. Don't worry though, it's okay. I've been there before when I first started playing ranked, and I could tell you it's possible to get out of those lower ranks. Firstly, the best thing you could do is to be fully prepared to play ranked before actually queuing into it. That means warming up before you play. I recommend going into training grounds and playing either elimination, bomb, or protect hostage on hard or even realistic a few times to really get your aim on point. I personally play 3 to 5 matches in training grounds before even queuing into ranked, just to make sure my aim is good and I'm ready to go. Another great way to warm up is playing TDM. Within TDM, you're able to respawn after dying. This allows you to be able to get into as many gunfights as you want. I would take full advantage of TDM because you're able to warm up and get your aim on point against real players. This way, you'll be a lot more accurate against real players and be more on point. So now that you're warmed up and you feel like you're ready to play ranked, it's time to start making some plans. When getting into a match, just based on the map in the site, you should already have a plan in place on what you want to do. For example, if I'm playing on Chalet on the basement bomb site, I know that my team is going to need someone that's going to bring wall denial to stop the breach. So instantly I'm thinking of my plan. I'm going to run Cade and K-Trick to keep the wall closed for as long as possible. I'll do this by listening to the audio of the breach charge being put onto the wall, then throw my Cade Claw onto the wall. Having a plan will ensure you know what to do in that round and how you're going to do it. Just know that your plan might not always work. Let's say the wall that I was supposed to keep closed ended up getting open. Well, now it's time to make some decision making on the fly. I first gotta back up and get safe, then create a new plan. It could be something as simple as watching the breach from this angle in this room, but at least I have a plan on what I need to do instead of being clueless in getting myself killed. So always make sure you have a plan and be ready to have to make another one on the fly if necessary, which will happen a lot in Siege. Additionally, another tip I want to give is within copper and bronze ranks, a lot of people don't know proper site setups and different approaches on attack. Most people just kind of look for kills. I suggest you learn the site setups as soon as possible and learn those different ways to attack. That way, not only will you be educated early on and be more knowledgeable than other players, you'll also be more organized and put together compared to the enemy team. This way, you'll be giving yourself and your team the advantage, making the enemies clueless to what is even happening. Likewise, a good tip for copper and bronze is since most people are clueless to how to properly defend or attack, they most likely will be wandering around looking for kills most of the match. Use this to your advantage and play off of the enemy's mistakes. For example, if someone just walks into the building without droning, hold an off angle somewhere and gun them down before they even get the chance to know where you are. You could easily do this by watching the default cams and seeing where the enemy is walking in, or even looking at cams like an Echo drone or Velk cam, or even Mozzie's hacked drones. Speaking of drones and droning, this is my next tip I would highly suggest. Always drone when on attack and find out as much information as possible. Knowing exactly where an enemy is because you saw them on your drone can be the difference of life or death. Getting information is a core part of being a good player in Siege, so always make sure you're trying to get it. The same goes for when you're on defense. Always watch the default cameras to see where the attackers are coming from. Also, always make sure to destroy the enemy's information. For example, if you're defending, always destroy the attacker's drones, and if you're attacking, always destroy the defender's default cameras. Moreover, a great tip I can give is to use your gadget. I know it's something that seems so simple, but honestly, there's so many people in copper and bronze who seriously never even use their gadget the whole match. For example, if you're playing Zofia on attack, use your impacts and stuns. Don't just run into the building and try to kill everyone, then die to a guy on a shield when you could have just used your impacts to destroy it. Be smart and use what you have to your advantage. Whatever operator you are using, use their gadget and their utility. It might just save your life and win you the round. Finally, the last tip I want to give is to always reinforce when playing on defense. I know this again feels like something that's super basic, but you'd be surprised on how many people don't do it. You shouldn't have any reinforcements left by the time you're done setting up. Unfortunately, this might not always be the case because your teammates aren't reinforcing and there's only so much one person can do. But try your hardest to get as much reinforced as you can. A strong site setup consists of having the right walls reinforced, so always make sure to do it. In conclusion, these are some of the best tips I could give to get out of copper and bronze ranks in Rainbow Six Siege. From warming up to having a plan to using your gadget and utility, there's plenty of things you could do to improve in Rainbow Six Siege to hopefully get your desired rank. Just remember, at the end of the day, really the best thing you could do is to just play the game. Over time, from playing enough, you'll begin to learn and improve a lot more. That's it for me though. What are some tips that you'd give to anyone in coppered bronze that I didn't mention? If there are any, then comment them down below. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a like. And if you want more content like this, then subscribe. Have a great day, everyone.